No, skip wise this morning. Good morning, viewers. Hang on. Can't get downstairs. I'll do it again. I'll jump out of the house this way. Yeah, g'day viewers. Ken here, aka Stone Toad. As you can see, all the class act is happening. It's I feel farm playthrough that I had going. Decided to start it back up again. So to get back into the farming and that a bit, and hunting. I mean, all the other ones, Wreckfest and that. So today we're starting off here. I don't know why I did that. Put that on worker. We're inside this beautiful harvester. Great, isn't it? I found with these with the class pack, I say class, everybody says class, class and all the rest of this stuff. Do whatever they want to do. Alright, crone, this is the stuff we got. We got the scorpion. Basically got the full pack of and just a couple of man trucks, of course. You can't go past a British farm without man on it. People say M-A-N, I say man. Whatever. Alright, so I'll start this up. Start that one? Yeah. Well, it's saying unfold buyer. Thank you. I thought it's already unfolded last time. Are you happy now, Gene? Lower, start. Let's go. Yeah, these tractors, they're just powerhouses. Very smooth. The action on the actual game is excellent. Like it's yeah, flies up the road nicely, pulls really clean, smooth. I think I've got crop destruction on. Yep, I have. And why did that not pick that up? As Pauline would say, please explain. That's reference to Pauline Hanson, one of our pollies. So what happened here? Let's have a look. I didn't lower it. Lower? Oh. There we go. Right, now we're on track. Jeez. Rusty as it this screen. You can see the header turning around up there, coming down for another sweep. This is the top paddock of Oakville Farm, and it's right on the top with the island in the middle of the tree. Some people removed that tree and island, I don't know why. This is an Oxford David map based off of actual. I've got these. I missed these little pieces here. Based off a satellite photo, basically put it together. I think it's near Herefordshire, somewhere around that area. I've seen that in the sign somewhere. Don't know. Don't hold it to word or anything like that. This is that's what I thought I saw. I just love this map. Keep coming back to it. Can't stop coming back to it. From 17 was when I first introduced to it, and yeah, and it's my go-to map. If I want my British fix, I just go here. And the thing with all the John Deere gear and that, Lone Oak's a good one for the American map. Is a good one for by Bullet Bill. Brought out on 19 by Oxygen David Bullet Bill, and yeah, that one there is my go-to American map, especially with all the John Deere gear, even though it's a case map. And with the extra buildings from the map, like the pig room and stuff like that, you can expand it a little bit. I add on extras that look good. I would have liked to be able to change the actual house to the one from the decoration pack that you get from Westbridge. That would be good, because I can use the red one that's on the American Outback on 17. That house, you can't use the house. It's got no interior or anything, but I used it on Walker Farm once before with the red barns down at the old storage yard when I built the red farm down there, and it just fits those red barn look. Oh, even on the main map, when I did it on the main map too, sorry. Yeah, it just completes that red barn America look. Although the over on the dark side, the PC, I've got the Welks map one. I can't remember the guy who done that, but he's got all the old, like on Ravenport, that red shed that you can't use, or he's got one that you can use. Upper and lower cow barns and stuff like that, and really nice big double story places on there, white one and the blue one. If one of those come out, it'd be nice to replace the Lone Oak one with that. Nothing on the house, but Lone Oak, but you know, just like if you're gonna try to make it a more red barn American look. A traditional look. A wholesome apple pie look, you know? The Amish type big barn raising look, that sort of thing. Well, I think America, that's what I think. That's the last frontier, the Amish. The Amish is over there with the horse-drawn stuff and that, and going back to basics, you know. Steering away from pollution and that. They use power motors and that to power up all the machine, like balers and that sort of thing, and that, like little Honda motors and stuff like that. And their life, don't know too much about the do's and don'ts and that sort of thing with their community, but they let the children decide whether they want to stay or to go these days. But not really into that part of it, but the whole community working together and that, like it used to be, and neighbour knows every neighbour and that sort of thing. Everybody there for everybody else. That's pretty cool. I like that sort of shit. That's good. And worldwide keeping down pollution and stuff as well, you know, with the horse-drawn stuff and that tractor's waiting for me, saying, "Hey, go over here with your truck." So we've got the Land Rover, just the ute. Land Rovers are very small, I noticed. So I had them on the Australian map, the Ninger map, and I pulled one of the little hay trailers with it because I was pulling something back from the shop, and I noticed it's very, very small on the front of that trailer. So yeah, but they're a small little bus. Those Series 1, Series 2 Land Rovers are very small. When they got into the Series 2 wagons and that sort of thing, and then went into Defenders, they started getting a bit bigger. But those Series 1s and that, they're only real small little things. And they had PDAs and everything on them back in the day. I think they still got PDA on that one, actually. And those Toyotas, yeah, I had one of those on there with the interchangeable back, which is a good idea. Yeah, that looked alright, but yeah, sort of too plasticky looking for me. Right, so okay, this thing's full, so we'll take it back to the farm. You probably heard me complain about the those West, something called West trailers. They are West, aren't they? West trailers, the American ones with all the umpteen dozen wheels underneath of it. Yeah, well, this truck's got a bit of umpteen dozen wheel happening. But hey, you know, like this truck got dual steer and stuff like that, so which would be good on a New Zealand map because I get a lot of dual steer trucks over there with trailer combinations. But there's not a big thing on actual semi-trailers over there, full lorries if you want to call them, or tractor trailers, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, there's not a big run on all those ones over there. We've got a lot of these dual steer stuff. I was actually watching a video on it the other day with all the different ones going on one particular highway in the South Island there, which is pretty cool. A lot of different brand trucks and a lot of them dual steer. Just about every single truck went past a dual steer with a extra dog trailer. So yeah, probably to get in and out the mountain areas, you know, parties and stuff. Might need something too articulated, otherwise it don't bend properly. This thing here, you know, you can fold it, you know, as well. You know, it slides up and folds over. I've got it in the class colour. Now we're going to be using a bit of Anderson stuff and that on. I got the Anderson pack. Never really used it much. And I thought, you know, since I was using all the class gear in here, I thought I'd better chuck the Andos on. I was going to make this map completely JCB, but because I bought this class pack, I decided to use all the gear. And the pipe's just on the right side again. I'll just get on side of him. See if he wants to empty that last bit. It's not hard to make a change. Oh. I've got a steering wheel over there where I can set the bloody speed and stuff like that, but the right joystick, yeah, right joystick, that keeps wandering all the time. I mean, like wandering everywhere all the time is so annoying. Right, that'll do it. Don't pull out now. Get out of the way. Yeah, it keeps wandering. Same as the controller. Is it the left or the right? That's right. I pulled the toggle on that out of it just to stop it from engaging, but it didn't work. So that was a bit of a bummer. Where are we? Went the wrong way, didn't I? That'd be right. There we are. I mean, like, look at this combination. With the chrome there. The class looks good. Looks mighty good. Yes, it's a thing of beauty. I've got nearly this colour. The class green, that is. ute to you guys over there is a utility. It's an Australian invention. I have something to take his wife and that to church on Sunday, and his pigs to market on Monday. That's where I eventuated actually. But anyway, that's what a ute is. It's what they call trucks in America, the small utility trucks. Pickups is another word for it, but it's a ute. Utility, that's what it was. Ute comes from utility. And I got one of those. I got a Ford, because I love my fuds, which is good on the dark side over on PC. Yeah, I have all the selection of tractors and trucks, and that L9000 that was coming out, and the guy was asking for a name of that, and he ended up going to PC. I was kind of hoping it would get out here because it would have been my go-to truck for Louisville, but it didn't eventuate. So I've got it over there now. Got a nice heavy-duty bull bar in it on it too, for high heavy haulage. Western Australian map works really good with the PJ trailer pack. Nice big 50-foot gooseneck trailers and stuff for hauling the big buds and everything like that around. Flatbeds I'm talking about. Stick them on the flatbeds and haul them around. I saw this big bud come out here with all the power and all the rest of it on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I've got a dual drawbar on that over on PC, which you got 2 flexi cords and stuff on it. For Western Australia you need it, and, you know, for definitely need it, and 2-seaters and that sort of thing. Make short work of it anyway. Especially when you can't use courseplay on most of the stuff if you've got something else out of it. If you've got the straw pack added over there, it just causes so much chaos, too many groups and that. I thought with PC wouldn't be a problem, but it still is, and you got the global company clashing with it and stuff like that. So yeah, basically I don't use any of that stuff over there anyway, so it's like this game. You don't need to put anything on that map over there, although I have built a service station on the corner on one of my maps. Put the whole Agri-Fuel, I think it is, the red and white place. I started off with the little ex-Shell service station, the Oceans one. And that was cool with the car on the roof and that. And there's a pack of cars and that from a guy from New Zealand, I think it is. Like the old rusty car that you can get in it. I think it's a Dodge, Chevy, can't remember which one it is. I've got it, but can't remember. But there's a whole heap of them in different stages of decay and that sort of thing, wrecking yard type thing, and I had them around the Millennial Farm building that I had on the Western Australia one for the stage there, and had all the cars and around that, a couple of them there doing up, you know, car resto type thing. Then I come across the old service station and the hot rods and that sort of thing. I went, yeah. There's one with a garage got graffiti on the wall on that. Can't remember who they are offhand. They got some beautiful mods. But I got that one to put my hot rods in it, like the old fashioned cars. Model A or whatever it is. That truck. That's cool. Millionaire Mansion thing, I played around with the cartel one on Walker Farm. There's just so much stuff over there. Like, I don't know if anybody's gone back and watched the video that I did on Walker Farm with the when I put the fences and that all in, and and the dams and stuff like that I put in on the map. He's coming down this way. But yeah, over there I can put all that stuff plus in, you know, like I can use more trees and stuff like that. So one stage there I was making a really nice map. But then, like my cousin found out the other day, I've completely got rid of Walker Farm off of here actually. That Walker Farm, and now they've gone over to PC again. Got that back, so then I got my Western Australian map, and I'm happy as Larry now. Got those broad acres, what I wanted over here. And that was my go-to map for the broad acre stuff, so I'm going to jump out of theirs quickly. Oh, I'll turn it off first. And go and jump into this and go do some stuff ourselves. I should just clean this bit up here. Oh. Just bring them around and go onto this. A few monitors there in a way, aren't they? Yeah, just the speed now of these machines is absolutely fantastic. Nice and smooth. I think it's Betty or Beth. I can't remember now. I haven't played it for a bit. But there's a modified. I think it's case. I think it's case. Modified case over on PC, and it's got 34 kilometers an hour, that sort of thing. The thing can harvest that, and it's excellent. Especially those big massive paddocks with a few of them on courseplay. I had 2 on courseplay or 3 on courseplay, and then 3 become a nuisance. So I was going to only start running 1 because I got a courseplay map. Everything else, straw harvest, all the rest of that's been taken off. That's the only way I can play courseplay over there, and watched a few videos and that to work out how to play courseplay, how to set it all up, how to work it out, that sort of thing. I'm not a rocket scientist, as you know. So it was layman's terms, and it was really good. Helped me out lots. I'll tell you in a later date who that guy was. But as soon as I work out how to do the recording and stuff over there with the OB, yeah, that thing, whatever it is. As soon as I work out how to do it, I'll start recording over there on Western Australia. Got Western Australia, Aussie Outback, and a couple of the other ones I put on just for mucking around with. I did a put Ningen farm on the other day just because there's more mods there I can use to make it look really good. For myself, that is. Not the map itself. The map itself's fine. All the maps that are put out are absolutely fantastic. If we didn't have the maps to play with in the first, weren't on there in the first place, we wouldn't be able to do anything to them. Which I strongly objected to. If everybody goes back through my videos, you'll see I totally objected to that at the beginning, about like being able to change everything up on the map. Yeah, I was opposed to it at the beginning, but then after a while I thought, oh, that's pretty cool, I can do this. Still can't do the terraforming all the time. I do a lot of smoothing. I place buildings and stuff like that, and then when I don't do any terraforming to place them, if they don't place, they don't place. Because I found in the past, if I try to terraform anything, I end up with a dam. So, although dams are really good, but I'm thinking there's enough dams already, which is good. I love that a lot. Yeah, that's the things that are missing off of the Outback map. Well, the Outback map's got one big dam in that, so. But yeah, the Western Australian map's got a lot of water holes and stuff, but it hasn't got earth dams everywhere. Which is what we have a lot of in Australia. Used to have open channels and that up north, but then they closed them down, saying that it was a waste of water and stuff. But all the wildlife and that benefited from it, like birds and would come through those channels and that, and all the kangaroos and emus and everything else that was out there, everything that was roaming, scrub cattle and that. All the stuff that was out there used to come to the water, those channels, and drink. But then they government made it that to close them up and put pipelines in, and then close most of the wells and that. But you can freely use all the water you want down in the southern state here for the grapevines. But all the artesian stuff. But yeah, can't use it for all the cattle stations and stuff. I suppose it's the old thing when they used to like poison the water holes to kill the Aboriginals and stuff, so that's probably they'll probably get me banned or whatever, but that's what they used to do. So it's probably that thing again. What am I doing? I'm trying to go outside the cab. That's what I'm doing. Yes, the nasty things they used to do in history. Oh, come on, really? Sometimes I think this pipe's a wee bit long, but if you look at that, like you got the header in it on it. It's the perfect length, really. Just if you're in more tight, confined places in the paddock, you wouldn't be using this one anyway. You'd be using a smaller one I've got. Actually, I don't even know why I've got the smaller one. And I don't know why I haven't gone down and done the bottom yet before I did that. Sometimes I'm a fool. Yeah, sometimes people, they're a bit silly. They like the earth dams and stuff, troughs. Even when you got a trough on a bore and that sort of thing, and a windmill with a trough and that set up, especially out bush, it's you break down on that, and you remember you seeing a windmill, down the road. It's best not to leave your vehicles when you break down in the middle of the bush, but especially out in the desert area. Don't leave your vehicle at all. But the problem with majority of these modern cars nowadays, they've got the radiating coolant in it, which will poison you. So you can't even drink the water out of your radiator anymore, which was a survival skill back in the day. It might have been rusty, it might have been shit water, but you could survive on it out in the desert and stuff until somebody come along. But these days, they've got more air traffic flying over, and so you can bust your mirror up and point it at it and do a bit of reflection, get your spare tyre out and burn it, make a lot of smoke, Not good for the environment, but who gives a shit? If it's a life or death situation, that's what you do, It's like if you can light a fire, you get a piece of glass from your vehicle and smash a headlight if you have to. Stuff the headlight, If you want to survive, man, it's material shit. Don't worry about that. Smash the headlight, get a bit of glass, and use it as a magnifying glass like we used to do when we were kids. and light a bloody fire, get some stuff and light it up, pull the stuffing out of your seats or whatever just to get that fire going. Man, don't worry about the material shit. And then get a whole heap of gum leaves and stuff, like green stuff, and put on it, and it'll make a nice big plumes of white smoke. If they think there's a fire, they'll take notice real quick. That's the easiest way to get someone's attention if you're lost in the bush. If you can make a fire, make it, and then put lots of green leaves, like branches and that on it, to make a lot of smoke. Because there's people that will notice that and react to it quicker, especially in Australia, than if you were to go or sit there beeping the horn in your car and stuff. They ain't gonna hear. Nobody's gonna hear nothing. Just don't burn everything down, that's all. There you go. Survival tip, 1-on-1. Now if you're out there for a decent sort of time and no one's coming, you need to, you know, get a whole heap of gum leaves and that and put them into in a hole, and then if you have to, buddy, get your windshield or something like that off the car, stretch it all out, put it over the top of the hole so it makes it all sweat into, again, your headlight. Pull that bloody thing out. Something to catch the water in. Or if you're travelling bush all the time, just take some bloody glad bags and stuff with you. Garbage bags, which you should be carrying to pick up all your rubbish and take it home anyway. Put it over a bunch of leaves on the tree, and go there later and get the water and pour it into your cup or whatever. People should be doing that sort of stuff when they take their kids out bush anyway. Like if they go camping at the river or something like that, they should be showing them how to do basic survival stuff like that while they're there. Australia, we're lucky to have a nice big country in that there's a lot of bush we can go into, a lot of desert areas, river areas and that sort of thing. And if you teach your kids the right way from the beginning, how to look after the bush, and it is there for them. It's like my bushwalking stuff and that I do that, and I say in there, you know, it's not like a lot of places in the world where they close a lot of stuff down, although I'm in New South Welshman at the Whispering Wall that said that, you know, that's New South Wales by the way. He says over in New South Wales they close a lot of parks and that down, recreational stuff. And that's happening. That's not just COVID, or that thing that's going around. That's not just because of that. That was happening way before that even started. Roofy from Forward Drive Action over here in Australia has been protesting against closure of parks and that for a long time for recreational people and let to go out. So it's not a new thing. You're an Australian, you know about it. If you live at home in the city, well, maybe you should come for a cruise with me. You got the river for the weekend. That's the thing, if you do live in suburbia or the city, get your car, get a folding seat, grab your coffees from the nearest bloody coffee shop and go for a drive. Go for a hike through a park, or like in Adelaide for example, you got the hills to go up. You can go up there and park off somewhere and just go for a walk through the bush. You've got the coast net there all the way through, so you can go to the beach. Just go for a stroll along the beach, you know, like the footpath that runs parallel to the beach. Get some exercise, especially in the evening where it's nice and it's a bit cooler anyway. Sometimes it's 70 degrees at night, but yeah. Let's get out and do some exercise. Take it from me. Now, I used to work hard, lifting heavy stuff all the time and that sort of thing when I was younger. But now I can't lift, you know, because of the emphysema and that's taken over now from the heart condition. So, you know, I've been putting mothballs since my use by date was stamped 18 years ago now. So yeah, they made it so I couldn't work anymore by declaring that I have to declare that I died for 40 minutes. So that sort of stuffed me up work wise, making money, paying the mortgage still and everything. My wife has to do all of that, so kudos to her. Yeah, I get nothing from. Yeah, I'm even trying to get in the exercise program and they won't let me do it because I'm not over 65. Go figure. I don't think I'll make 65 to get into the programs. But that's the politics of the world, isn't it? Eh? Back in those days I didn't have the money for the transplant and that, so I couldn't get that done. So I was working 13-hour days. I didn't have private health care and all the rest of that. I wasn't getting a dole. I wasn't having the government benefits. Yeah, anyway. A lot of people are in the same sort of boat. Health is very important. That's why I say, you know, go for a walk. Take the kids out. Get them out in the world, you know, out in the nature and stuff, because at the end of the day, once your health declines, yeah, sort of puts a damper on everything, especially if it's, you know, terminal. I've got 2 terminal diseases, so now emphysema in the heart. Not a transplant or a pacemaker anywhere in sight. Oh well, I'll just keep running on. It's plain stubbornness. That's what I've been doing. Case of fact. And if you watch my videos of me bushwalking that, you see I struggle a bit. I struggle a lot actually. I don't really show it too much on there, but I'm really feeling it. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm doing this for me, and I want to keep going. Be around as long as I can with my kids. They're not all off doing their own thing yet, so they still come along with me, and when I go fishing and stuff like that, or I take my brother or someone, because I've been in a situation where I've been on the ground before and people just drive straight past me because I'm big, ugly and hairy. If you watch my videos and see that I like to look that way. The suits and the old haircuts and all the rest of that come in from the naysayers, you know. I'm sure Jesus wouldn't be going to the barber and getting a shaved head. Or any of those people back in the day, you know what I mean? There was no barbers. Hell, I don't even think they had shearers back then. They were just shepherds. Sheep is something I like doing a lot on these maps, because grass and water, man. A bit of hay, grass and water, that's it. Cattle, like on 17, they used to get milked automatically, and you get paid for the milk every 12, like 12 o'clock at night type of thing. And that was good, because then you could like just feed them and make your total mixed ration up, because at that stage you just have to mix it. Yeah, so that was better, because you'd have milking cows, the Holsteins and the Ayrshires and that sort of thing. Although everything was a milking cow back in 17. But I call them Friesians anyway, Holsteins. Because we've got British Friesians out here. So if I run any black and white cows on my thing, I'm not calling them Holsteins, I'll be calling them Parisians. Just to let those purists know. And that thing you call an Angus on here is not an Angus. It's nowhere near an Angus. That thing's a Kerry cattle from Ireland. It's small to be a Kerry cattle. On the oh, what map was that? The Louisiana? Is it Louisiana map? Illinois? What's that new map? The American map anyway. I loaded it up and I like it actually. I changed the yard of course. They've got all those Ravenport buildings you can't use on it, so I quickly got rid of those and put tin sheds there. Yeah, because you gotta have sheds you can actually put things in, barns and that. The one barn they got across the road in the paddock, it's got the 3 openings on it. It's pretty good. It's got like a storage type bunkers there, which are good. Fold that up, fold that up. Move this forward. I just did the PDA, don't see it jump out. Right, lower that down. Take that off. Oh, hang on. Got this new automatic switch off thing on the TV. So I've got to keep mucking around with it. Oh, did I drop it yet? Oh, I refolded it. Cool one, idiot. That's better. And then I'll fold all this up now. Just the mechanics on all these models and that is unbelievable, isn't it? Like the amount of script and that goes into putting these things together. So we can bitch about how they don't work. Oh, nothing doesn't work on here. I'm just saying, just generalising. People bitch about the models and stuff like that. How blocky and that sort of thing they used to be in. Yeah, so over on 17, that's how they used to milk. But on here, you got to do the whole milk tanker thing, and yeah. Me, I'm not really into that. I played the beef cattle, do the Brahman. They were on 17 in a separate pack. Yeah, that was the only way you had the Brahman over there. And if you watch more of my earlier videos, you'll see that I do a Granddad's Farm series, which has got all the, it showcases all the Massey Ferguson pack from Black Sheep Modding that have been saying is going to come out on 19 for the last, yeah, it's come and gone. But anyway, they've got the 135 and that sort of thing that's come out, a couple of the other ones, Turbo and that sort of thing. But yeah, none of the actual pack as a pack type thing, which is a bit of a disappointment because that stuff was really good stuff. And I got earlier stuff of Oakville Farm. I'm pretty sure I've got some videos up of that. Didn't count on that. Oh, Spitfires. Quick, look up. That's what I love about this map now. Oxford David put in these Spitfires that go over every hour on the map. Absolutely love it. As soon as I saw them, I went, hey, wartime map. Excellent. All the old mods in, like the old 40s trucks and stuff. That old machinery for those era. All those grey Massey Fergusons and stuff. Fordsons and all the good stuff. I've got the Fordsons and stuff like that over on Fordson tractors. Yes. 9 million. Oh, 9.5 million? That's how much Henry Ford was actually sued back in the day for copyright. First copyright cases probably for the whole world. Yeah, he's a bit of a shonky prick anyway. Like, I'm a Ford man, always have been a Ford man, but yeah, some people just can't be helped sometimes. Yep, always say true to the brand, that's for sure. Okay, that's packed away. We'll get back up here. Get back onto baling. I shall bring this down, dump this off. What's the time? Getting there. Running down the road, trying to get some mango. What a fine sight to see. Oh, we're going on the road. Should have flashes on. This is a private road between A and B, which is for this farm anyway. It's got a gate up the end, a private road thing on it, and up the other end it's got a sign saying private road. I love this farm, man. It's just so great. Oak Glen, down the road a piece. I'll show you in later dates. Pretty sure I don't own that this time around. I'm only playing this top map. I'll show you in a sec what the map looks like. So after I actually, when that's doing that, I'll show you what the map actually looks like, what we actually own, type of thing, once it saves. Right. So I've got 12, which is down. The church is right here. So I've got 12, 7, 6 and 5, which is down the front row. 2 is what we're doing at the moment. Number 3 is right next to it. The 1, that's the sheep paddock, that's the cow paddock, and these little top ones up the top. I've actually ploughed up 11, 10, 8, 9, actually ploughed 12. 1's ploughed, I think 3 is all ploughed up. So they're all sitting there. Oh, I'll show you. There you go. They're all sitting there at the moment, all ploughed up, nothing in them, nothing at all. I haven't worked out what crops I'm putting in there yet. I'm going to be doing this one today, and then we'll get on to some seeding in the next one, which is, I'm about to get off this one, so we'll be jumping across onto there. This can be put away now. I'm going to have this thing. Can't remember where I put my trucks. I was putting it down the bottom of the shed, wasn't I? Here will do for now. I should cover it up. Oh, bloody indicators on. For those who don't know how to do the indicator, you hold your R1, and then you go left on the direction pad, or right on the direction pad, and you have to push it again to cancel it. If you want to do your flashes, you go up on the direction pad. Lights are holding it, and then square over, circle. Gives you your light configuration. Right, anyway, what was I doing? Back to here. We've got 2 minutes, so get into it. There we go. Yeah, so this thing, I'll give it out so you can see that. It does the bales and that. It's the straw harvest pack, which is the reason why I wanted straw harvest on PC as well. But it clashes with everything. Straw harvest pack is the best pack ever. Well, in my opinion. like I said, I hardly ever use the Anderson pack, but I'm going to use it to make up the bags, and I've going to be using the round baler and that sort of thing to make up the tubes and that sort of thing. I like the round bales rather than the square bales in those plastic things. I'm making silage bales basically. Because I normally just use the, if I'm going to have cattle and stuff like that, I normally don't make silage bales anymore. I just, or silage anymore, but we will be getting back into doing that on this farm. We've got 2 pits there for the silage, so we will be doing it. I never use BGA. I use silage for my own use, basically. But I use the edge silos, the all-purpose silos, and get the total. There you go, bales are off. Total mixed ration, and that basically straight from the silo to feed the cattle and that sort of thing. I've been doing that forever and a day since Edge come out. For my seed, I normally just use the white, the ones from 17, the white silos. One for seed, one for liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, that sort of thing. They look good. They add a on-farm look. We've got the silo bins now, the feild bins. Thank you for whoever put that together. I can't remember who it was who actually did that now. But yes, the feild bins. Finally got some feild bins. If you look at one of my Walker Farm videos, I sat there and explained how a feild bin is put together and made, and somebody must have went, oh, that's a good idea. Nobody brought one out, and they built one straight away. So thanks for that, whoever that was excellent. Made my day, especially over on PC too. Now I've got feild bins. I mean, there was nothing there. There was nothing until someone had a brainwave and decided to build one for me. Now I've got what I want. Because when you're using the smaller tractors and that, like the 4440s and that sort of thing, and the Massey Fergusons and all the older gear, you know, like on Case, and you got all the old international harvesters and that over on tractors, which is the first tractor I ever drove. Messed up that little bit there, didn't I? But yeah, you got all those international harvesters and tractors and that over on the dark side PC, and old stuff. I mean, like you can make them all second hand over there too, which is good. Patina and rust and everything. Love it, love it. Because you get, I think it was McHale wrappers and that sort of thing on 17. I'm pretty sure they made a second hand look like an old version and a new version, and that with their wrappers and stuff, which I always went the old one. Every time there's something made in old, like the plows or anything like that, harrows, that sort of thing, if they bring it out in new and old, I'll take the old every day. You've got to have that Rivian farm look, you know. Rust. Although, saying that, I hate all the rubbish they put around the place. Wish you could delete it all. It's just, there's no place for it. Like those big, they've got some on this farm too. The hay wagon type things, the ones that you get your bales and that, bale wagons, rusty old bale wagons. You know, why don't they put something on there for decoration that you can actually use? You know, I know the slot count's going to go higher on the maps, but look at the maps coming out now, like Millennial Farm and stuff like that, with all those massive, and you know, six ashes, all those big giant slot counts because of that under mapping rubbish they put in. You know, the you know, you want to make it more advanced and that sort of thing, but yeah, but you know, so have you seen all the slot rates? You can't even, like, half the time, if you've got some mods and that on, like even with these DLC packs and stuff, you know, you try uploading a map because you've used up so much of the actual with any of the mods that you got on there, your favourite mods, you can't even have them anymore. You've got to take everything off, just put a map on now, and then most of the crap they got on there, you wouldn't want to have anyway. You know, that's just my opinion, of course. It means shit, but you know, I'm just saying, it's no point having massive rates and that on there, and you can't even do anything to the map itself. They give you all these ability. Oh, you can change this, you can do that, and build your own map. Bullshit. Take this off, take that off. Yeah, except for the most fundamental thing. Or that, who was it? Greenlands, was it? Where you can delete. No, the 6 ashes where you can delete all the stuff in front of the shed and that, all the decorations and that, so you can get the tractors and that out. Yeah. Have the delete all farm junk, or don't have it at all. People want farm junk, they can get the multi-packs. They got a massive multi-pack now that you can put decorations down, decoration packs. I use the Westbridge one myself, the clotheslines and the red barn, the red house and that sort of thing. Put the Hoff pack in. If you want to do an American map, put a Hoff pack in. But you know, they put a lot of work into them. You know, like I say that sort of stuff, and that's the bits that annoy me personally. But now I don't know how to build the maps. Otherwise, go to the piece of that. You've got templates over there. You can build your own maps, but I got no idea how to do any of that. Rather a map like this, where it's all done, like Lone Oak. It's all done. You just get on there and you play it. And no mega slot rates there. A couple of the maps like Bucks County. If you'll see, I started doing a thing on that. It was the best map ever. Like, you know, just waiting for the deer to run around like Grand Theft Auto, you know, or rabbits running around, you know. Bit of wildlife on it, and there'll be the map. Nice little compact map. You can use all the smaller farm equipment and stuff on it. I had all the Oakville Farm and that sort of stuff on it anyway. Not Oakville Farm, Lone Oak Farm. You know, all the shedding and that there, all the good stuff was there. The barns and all the rest of that. All the good stuff was all on that one map. And I was like, well, that's the go-to map. And then they started changing it and did a DJ Goham thing where it's like everything was millions of absolutely wrecked it. Absolutely wrecked it. That's why you'll never see it again on here, ever. It was good the way it was. I was playing it, thought it was duck's guts, and then yeah, they started doing stupid stuff to it, so that was it, gone. Ain't got time for it. And I mean that, like when they did all that. Now that annoyed me even more, so that they did that, not only for the fact that they did it and put all that high capacity and all the rest of that, doing the rubbish stuff, right? Because they made it so that was the stuff on the map then, you know. They took away the choice you had to improve the stuff, you know what I mean? That's the bit that annoyed me the most, because when you did the upgrade, you just stuffed it up and you couldn't go back to the original map. As soon as you did that first upgrade, in the whole 26 or 7 or whatever, yeah, they kept on going and going and going. It was a bit like that other map that just kept building and building and building on. Yeah, but American map. Starts with stone. Yeah. Kept upgrading. But the thing that annoyed me the most is that then they showed everybody that all the stuff that from PC that were Sony and Giants and that were trying to hide all the time and have control over, by not allowing modders and that to put in, they put in, right? They showed that you can put stuff from PC, the text and all the rest of that onto the game, and it actually works. See, and that's the thing they were going on about all before, right? It doesn't work and stuff, and you can't do it, and hit rate and all the rest of that stuff. But and that's the thing that annoyed me the most, because they said, well, you know, here it is, everybody, shoved it in everybody's faces, which peed me off a bit. And I thought, well, you know, there was guidelines in place for a reason, because I, for one, would have loved to have all the stuff on PC on here all the way through, and even paid for DLCs to have them and stuff like that, like the half pack and that. Well, I keep saying from the World Pack, yeah, all that sort of stuff. I would love to have had all that stuff on here, but there was guidelines put in place to stop all that sort of rubbish. Like, sure, you know, like if they let all the modders and that loose on a lot of the maps and that and games and that, and let them, the amount of stuff that you could come up with will be excellent. I'm not saying there's that modders shouldn't, like on a lot of games they make the game basically from the general game itself. Trust me, they do. But there is guidelines and that in place, and that sort of annoyed me, because it was just putting it straight in the face of everybody. And yeah, like a lot of people do a lot of hard work in that out there, including themselves. You know, like, I'm not saying that the stuff they did was wrong. Like they didn't put the work in that in. They definitely put the work in that in to make it work. You know, but it's a case of what's right and what's wrong. So anyway, well, I'm rambling on, talking shite as usual. So that's it for today. We're going to be finishing up this. I'll finish this up, then I'll probably stop it there, because next time I want to pull out the seeders and start putting some crops and that in. I don't want to start doing too much grass work in that just yet, because you can see up there the rain's coming. So it should be raining in that soon on this map. Like I said, this is my go-to British map. It will always be my go-to British map, and this combination of machinery I've got at the moment with these two names, Andos will be coming on here. The Anderson pack with the baling and all the rest of that, I'll be using all that this time around, making sausages and stuff, big plastic sausages. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. We'll be doing a let's play with this. I'll have to put numbers at the end of this title now, because otherwise it will say that I've already got one of those videos up or something. Anyway, that's me. That's my opinion on things. Like it or lump it. If you don't like it, tell me in the comments below. If you agree with it and think that, you know, like, because all the mods in that are great on the dark side, and wish they all could come out here, but some people went about it the wrong way as far as I was concerned. But and not playing with the big boys to put it through properly. But there is rules in place for a reason. Worse luck, but you know, we all got to live with it. Can't have one break in them. So that's it for me. I'll be signing off. If you can't be good at it. Hooroo. Bye.